This is Monday morning, 9 a.m. signature. We need all the usual stuff, a couple extra little notes though. So mat or carpet, something to hold onto for a bar, some kind of stable surface, back of a chair, countertop, couch, anything like that. We'll use our playground or Pilates ball or a pillow that you can crease in half. For our ab track, we need our light weights, 1 to 3 pounds. Or some kind of substitute like water bottles or something. And then if you have a loop band at home, one of the small ones you can wrap around your legs, you can grab that. We'll have a couple options to add it. You don't need it if you have one and you don't want to use it, you don't need to. Or if you don't have one, don't worry about it. You could also take one of the longer resistance bands, tie it in a loop, and you could use it that way. But we'll just have the option to add it to some legs. But like I said, you don't really need it. Oh, and then the last thing, if you have an open wall space where you are, we're going to do a wall sit today. If you don't, I'm going to show an option once we get going into it of how you can just use your bar for it. So, all right, enough of me talking. Let's get warmed up. Just bring our feet a little wider than our hips. Take that nice good bend down into the knees. Start to roll our shoulders back, big circles up to the ears for 5, for 6. Exhale, let's bring them forward. Go for 8, for 7. Last 4 here, go 4, 3, taking a nice big step out, arms come up overhead, deep breath in, and a big exhale down, start to squeeze into the glutes, wiggling towards that spine, twice more, lift, inhale up, exhale down, maybe getting just a little lower on our last one, feet come into march it up, we'll take it right, left high knees tucked to the chest, start to loosen up through the hips, nice low shoulders, long neck. Keep those arms moving up to the side. And as we exhale, bring them up towards the ears. Second set, we're going to add those arms in. Keep those legs moving. Feel that little pinch start through the upper back, squeezing into the shoulder blades. 8 more, add that twist towards the front leg. We'll go 6. Last 4, 3, 2. Let's step it out. Press out through the palms. And lift it up. And out. So taking a nice big C curve through the spine, stretching that lower back twice more. Exhale, press, lift it up and open. Last one here. We're going to bring those arms back up overhead as we inhale and exhale, melt it all the way down to the mat. You can kind of take a moment in the middle here, maybe give it a little pull into our stretch, grabbing behind the ankles. We'll stay low, walk our hands over to the right foot. Turn those toes parallel. Always have an option to bring the hands up on the shins or thighs. Either way, keeping that hinge, we're gonna start to bend and stretch. So dropping that back knee, trying to straighten that front leg. You're getting into that hamstring stretch a little deeper each time. We'll go for 3. Last 2 here. We're sliding out into our lunge. Left leg back, front knee over the heel. Left palm down, open towards the front leg. And we'll just take a moment here, really feel that energy pull in opposite directions. Press down through our front heel, reach into the fingertips. Exhale, hand comes down. Let's tap the knee in the back 4 times, getting a little stretch into our hip flexors. Just 2 more here. Tap and lift. Last one, press off that back foot. We're coming through the middle and over to the left. Turn those toes other way. We're going right back into our bend and stretch right here. We go down and up. So again, if we're having trouble straightening that front leg, hands come up higher, shins or thighs. We've got 4 more. We go. Inhale, exhale, connect that heel, straighten that front leg. Last 2. Last one, slide back to our lunge. Right leg back, front knee over the heel. Right palm down, open towards that front leg again. So reaching up through the fingertips, pressing the front foot down into the mat. And as we exhale, float that hand. Hands are framing that front foot. Head and neck long. Let's tap that back knee 4 times. Tap and left. For 3, 2 more. Last 2. Last one. We're going to drop the knee 1 more time because we're going to start down on the mat today. Pull that front leg in as we often do. Palms are going to come underneath our shoulders. Maybe a little sway into the back. If you'd like a little rock side to side even. You could reverse it, look towards the belly button. Little cat-cow, release the lower spine. All right, we're gonna actually get a bulk of our mat work done early, and then we'll come back up to standing for a little while as well. So we're gonna start with some lower body work, kind of bring us into some upper body work towards the end. So we're gonna start in tabletop right where we are. Extend the right leg out, Draw that navel in, press out of our shoulder blades, energy out through the toes, nice parallel leg. Just start to tap it down, up, tap, and squeeze. We go down and up. We've got 4 more here. We go tap and lift. Just start to wake up those glutes here. Last 2. Last one, hold it at the top. Make a circle, size of a dime, nice and small. Size of a dime with that toe for 5. It's a squeeze to bring the leg around. Let's just reverse that circle. We go for 6. Last 4, 3, 2. We're gonna take a double lift. We go up, up, hold. 2 squeezes, keep it there. Nice and strong and stable on that second count. Here we go, 8 more. Up, up, hold. 2 squeezes, keep it there. We go, lift, lift, hold. Now, check where our head and neck are. If we're looking down at the knees, try to lift that chin off the neck. Look at least in front of the fingertips towards that long edge of our mat. Let's speed this up into a pulse. Lift, nice and small, little squeezes. Now for 5, 6, we're gonna have 1 more set here, then we're gonna stay in this formation, but add a little challenge for 6. Last 4, 3, tap that toe down to the ground. Here we go. Lower and lift just as we did in that first set. Even slower on the way down, quicker on the way up. Let's take 4 more. We go for 3, last 2, and 1. Hold it at the top. Now we're gonna keep that leg lifted. Take the opposite left arm and extend it out. Start to pulse. Little lift. Energy out through that left arm, right leg. We're balancing between the right palm and that left knee. All right, 2 counts. We're gonna pull the knee and elbow towards their center line and extend it out. Now we're really bringing the work towards our core now. Draw that navel in. It's those abs that are keeping us balanced. Now 2 counts. Keep our straight arm, straight leg. We take it out to the side. Last set here. We go side for 2 and back center for 2. So we bring arm and leg as far side as we can go. Bring it all back to your center line. Navel in even tighter as we move to the side. We go out, 2. All right, take a little break. Roll out those wrists. This is gonna be all the bulk of our wrist work at the beginning of class today. All right, when you're ready, we're coming up for push-ups. Hands just a little wider than our shoulders and knees back on that diagonal. We're going down for 2 and up for 2. Here we go, down, 2, lift, 2. We're dropping just to our lowest point. Keep this going. We go down, 2, squeeze into that chest. Make sure the hips are moving with the body, chin still off that neck. We go down, 2, and lift. Last 2 sets, 30 seconds to go. Let's single these out. Working into that upper body, down and up. Still squeezing into those glutes. Keep the lower body engaged so the body's nice and strong. 1 strong line, head to those knees. Last 2, last set here. Hold it at the bottom. Take that pulse. Here we go. Pulse. Down. Make sure we're pressing our shoulders away from our ears still. Holding that bend in our elbows. Maybe sink it a hair lower. We go for 6. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. All right. Press it back. Roll out those wrists. We're going to need to give them a little breather here because we have to take that through on our second side. Slide out of my layers here at the beginning. All right, so we're gonna take that through with our left leg. And at the end, we'll switch it up into tricep push-ups. And that, like I said, will be the bulk of our wrist work today. So back up in tabletop, palms underneath our shoulders. We're pressing right back out of our shoulder blades. And of course, we'll have a little natural curve in the lower back. We try not to sink into it, navel in. And we take that left leg out, nice and parallel. Just start to tap the toe down, up. So nice and slow on the way down, like we're pressing that leg through water. Inhale as we drop, exhale as we lift. For 3, 2 more here, down, up. Last one, we'll make that circle. Sides of a dime. Now, we wanna make sure we're not wobbling through that upper body. Press out of those shoulder blades, make you feel a little pinch through the blades. Let's reverse that circle. And of course, those abs engaged is gonna stabilize that upper body for us. Double lift, we go up, up, hold. 2 squeezes, keep it there. Careful, we're not softening at that knee with that moving leg. Super straight at the knee joint. Nice and parallel, knee pointing down to the ground. 2 more here. Last one, speed it up into a pulse, go pulse. Last 2 sets here, then we'll switch it up into some core work for 5, for 6, 8 more times. Here we go for 8. Back to the seat, all the way down through those hamstrings working for 4, 3. Take it back full range. Here we go. Go down and up, lower and lift. Maybe even a little slower on the way down. Power as we lift. Control and squeeze for 3. 2 more. We're going to keep that leg lifted. Add in the balance work. So we're going to take right arm, opposite arm from leg, extend it out, start to pulse them both to the left. Just start to feel that length. Fingertips now all the way down to the toes. Nice long spine here. Core in tight for that balance. Pull it in for 2. Elbow and knee towards our center line. Extend it both out. Arm and leg should get back to a full extension each time. Go in for 2. 1 more set here. All right, now straight arm, straight leg. We take them to the side. Here we go. Challenge set. As far to the side as we can go. Farther we go, more the challenge, but we want to stop before we feel like we're going to lose that balance completely. We go exhale as we open. Inhale as we close. 1 more. All right, take that break, press it back. Roll out those wrists. All right, this time we're gonna make a diamond with our fingertips. So thumbs and index fingers together, make that diamond. Diamond is going right underneath our chest and knees back on that diagonal. Here we go. We drop it 2 counts down. So we probably won't get quite as low as in our traditional push-up. We should have elbows opening out to the side, diamond right under our chest, shoulders low, working into those triceps here. Single it out. Here we go. We go down, up. Last 2 sets. We're breathing with it. Inhale, exhale. 4 more times. Again, we're going to have that natural curve in our lower back. We try not to sink into it. Think about knitting the rib cage together. Hold it at the bottom for our pulse. Last set. Here we go. We're here for 5, 6. Maybe sink it a hair lower if we can take it there. Last 8. We go for 6. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press it back. Roll out those wrists. We're going to give them a break. The only little bit of weight bearing on our wrists we'll have left is in our plank work, which we're actually going to get done now, but we're going to start in side plank. So we're going to fall into whichever side is going to allow us to face towards the front so we can see each other. We're going to get all our plank work done today early, all in one track, so it will fly by at the end. So we're going to take our bottom elbow, whichever one that is for us, place it directly underneath our shoulder, stack those hips, and then press ourselves up into that side plank, opening the chest. Now, to modify, we take that bottom knee, drop it to the ground, keep that top leg straight, or we could stagger the feet so we just have a little more foundation at the bottom. Otherwise, we're stacked. Either way, create that open space under the body and take our pulse. Here we go. Pulse, little left, nice and small. We're going to be here for 3 sets today. Let's take this 8 more times. Squeeze it out for 8, 7. Abs and glutes starting to really work together for 4. Now hand behind the head. Take a crunch, twist through that upper body. It's a rotation down and up. So we're trying to hold those hips stable, just twisting through that upper body work into those obliques. All right, we're going to keep this going for 1 more set. Last set here for a challenge. Add the top knee to meet that elbow. So we go pull and open. If this is a little bit much, we don't have to move that top leg. Just keep those twists going as we did in that set a moment ago. 4 more. We go for 3. Last 2 elbow points back to the ceiling each time. Last one, nice work. Drop those hips. We're swinging our legs around. And we're going to take those same 3 sets on the other side. So set it up, bottom elbow underneath our shoulder, and open that chest, stack those hips, and reach up towards the ceiling, top arm. Here we go. Start to pulse. So again, we could drop the bottom knee, we could stagger their feet. Careful the top shoulder isn't starting to creep to the ear. Press it down, and then shoot that arm up towards the ceiling. We're going to bring this top hand now behind the head. Hold those hips high. We're going to twist. Down. 30 seconds left in this position, then we break. We go down and up. 4 more times here. Let's go. 4. We're here for 3. Last 2. All right, option to add that top knee. Keep the twist going. 1 more set. We go. Pull the top knee in. Still twist and open if that's a little bit much. We ditch the top leg. We just take the twist. We have 4 more here. We have 3. Just 2 more. Last 2. Last 1. We're through here. Palms down. Pull those knees underneath us and press back. All right, we're already about halfway through with our plank work. We're coming up into low plank. So forearms on the mat, step up onto the balls of the feet and shift the weight right away into the left leg. Right leg lifts and lowers. Here we go. We start to squeeze and tap. If this is a little bit much, we drop that left bottom knee on the diagonal for a little support right down on the mat. Focus on the squeeze to that right side. Keep it lifted, cross it over the left ankle, start to dip those hips. Now if that's a little bit much, both feet down or both knees on the diagonal. 8 more here, go 8. On this last count, we're gonna uncross, shift our weight to that right foot. Here we go, left leg, it goes up and tap. Squeeze, we still have that head lifted. Navel in, pressing out of our shoulder blades. 4 more, we go, 4. We go for 3. Last 2, our challenge, we keep it lifted, cross it over the right ankle. Dip those hips down. It's just about an inch removing the hip. As we lower, squeeze into the glutes. Draw the navel in, we count down 8, 7, for 6, last 4. All right, we're gonna take those feet about hip width apart, and we're gonna try to bring ourselves up into our high plank right from here. If you need a break, take it. Otherwise, bring that left palm on the mat, press up onto the right palm. Bring those legs back together. All right, last bit of plank work, last bit on the wrist. Here we go. We're gonna start to alternate our knees. We're here for less than a minute, 3 sets. We go right and left. Careful we're not hiking those hips towards the ceiling. Shoulders should be stacked over the palms. Hips level with those shoulders. Last 4, 3. Let's try with both knees up to tempo. We go down, little tap. Get back to a full extension each time. If this is too much, we just keep alternating. Count down from 8, 7, for 6, last 4. Our 2 counts. Shift our hips all the way back towards our heels and then launch right back. This is our last set. Each time we want to come back to that nice strong plank position, take that hold. We go inhale, exhale, press out of our blades, squeeze those legs together. One last time, hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. All right, done with plank. Roll out those wrists. We have one more track down here on the mat, and then we'll stand. So we're just gonna start in on our upper body. We already got it going, of course, and it's sometimes a little brutal to do after plank work, but we're gonna do triceps down here on the mat. We're gonna stand for biceps and shoulders, and then we'll get a nice good stretch for our upper body. So lying down, nice familiar position, walk those heels in nice and close to the body, and bring those arms up by the shoulders. We're gonna turn the palms towards the body, and then bring it down to 90 degrees. If we want to add a little lower body work, a little challenge to this, we can press our heels into the ground, squeeze into the feet, and hold those hips stable. We're gonna just start to pulse those arms. We take it up. All right, now elbow placement, most important part. We don't want them shifting forward towards the belly button, especially if we lifted those hips. We almost want to shift the elbows back a little farther than we think we need to. Now we're gonna take a little shift back. Here we go, familiar pattern. Take a little punch back behind us. Now the other thing with those elbows is we want to make sure they're squeezing together, almost like there's an imaginary ball right between them, and we're keeping the pressure there. A little gravity. All right, let's take this to a combo. 1 shift back, 1 pulse up. It goes shift and left, back and up. Let's take this 4 more times. If those hips are off the mat, we're still squeezing tight into the seat. Let's take it twice more. We're just going to take it into a double lift. Go up, up, hold. So it should just be those forearms moving. Elbow to shoulder stable. Take it 4 more times. Barely lifting above 90 degrees here. Few more. Last 2. Last 1. Let's drop it down an inch. Go down and up. Right, we're coming up on our last little push. Go down an inch, up an inch. 4 more times. Now, if those hips are off the mat and it gets to be a little bit much at any point, we just drop them down. Last 2. Last 1. We're gonna go back to our pulse. If those hips are lifted, add a little pulse with those hips as well. We'll go for 5. So arms and hips are pulsing up, or hips are down on the mat, nice and stable, and we're just focusing on those triceps. Last 4. We're gonna keep this going. Rotate the palms towards each other. Keep that pulse through the arms and through the hips. So only change is the rotation of those forearms, palms facing towards each other. For 6. All right, we're gonna hold those hips stable again, and we're gonna take little baby bicep or little baby chest squeezes in. So it's those elbows and palms coming equally close together. Little squeeze to the top. Let's take 8 more. We go for 8, 7. All right, a combo is coming up. We go 1 squeeze in and 1 pulse up. Here we go. It goes in and out. Move from the shoulders, from the elbows. Take those elbows, press them a little farther back. 4 more times. Shift them back towards those shoulders just a little further. Last 2. Last 1. Up and hold. Here we go. 1 lift, hold. Squeeze a little tighter through the glutes. Maybe get them a little higher if they're off the ground. We go. Lift, hold just barely above 90. 4 more. That's it. We go for 3. Last 2. Last 1. Awesome job. Drop those hips. We're rolling up all the way to standing, bringing our weights with us. Reclip my hair. That was not the most graceful way for me to get up. All right, we're going to bring our feet hip width apart, soften in our knees, 1 weight in each hand, and we're going to finish our upper body work, our arm work here finally with this track before we stretch it out. All right, so soft little bend in those knees, palms turn forward, roll the shoulders back. We're going to take 2 counts, lift all the way overhead. We go up, 2, down, making a full circle. We go lift, control it on the way down. Don't let that weight just pull us to the ground. We lift. Now on this last one, we're going to land halfway at shoulder height. Take a curl from here. We go in and out. Start to work into those biceps. We go squeeze and release. 4 more times. Let's go squeeze. To modify at any point, we just go lower, a little closer to our center line. Hold the bend, take a little pull, up, go pull. To the left, nice and small right here. Let's go for 5, 6. All right, check the shoulders aren't starting to hinge back. We're not popping that rib cage. Knit it together. Lift a little taller through the crown of our head. We're gonna take a baby bicep squeeze, go in. Little press, nice and small. Keep the shoulders low, go 5, 6. Hinging from the elbow. 8 more time, go squeeze. 7 for 6. Last 4. All right, 1 arm at a time. Right arm starts, we rotate it down, other one comes to meet it, right to tabletop, back up to 90, rotate, rotate. Palms go right in line with those elbows, lift. Last one, we're gonna hold it down there, take a pause. All right, start to squeeze those elbows back. Careful of that rock. We wanna keep ourselves stable. Feel that squeeze right into our shoulder blades, and careful of those droopy elbows. Lift them right up with those wrists. Last 4, 3, 2, 1 of these, 1 rotation up. We go back, left, shift, and press. 4 more times. Rotate from the shoulders, lift. We go back and up. Last 2, last 1. We're gonna take those palms, extend them out halfway, rotate those palms up, start to shift. So we have a V with those arms. We're pressing out on the diagonal, not all the way in front, not all the way to the side, right on our diagonal, make that V. All right, we're gonna start to squeeze inward, squeeze in, little press. So again, to modify, we go a little bit lower, a little closer to the body. Farther we go, more of a challenge, but we don't wanna lift higher than shoulder height. Last 4, 3, change the movement to a press out, little shift. Last set here, first 5, 6, 8 more times. We're coming up on our final push. Big deep breath, shoulders low, soften in those knees. All right, start to open out to the side. We go all the way to the side, all the way front, full range. Here we go. We go out and in. 4 more times. We're coming up on that 30-second mark. We're gonna hold it out to the side on this last one. Turn the palms down, extend those arms and pulse. 30 seconds, 2 sets. Option to bring it back to tabletop or bring it a little lower, closer to the body. Let's go for 8, 7, for 6. Last 4, little baby bend. Rotate those palms with it. We go up, down. So to modify this set, we just go lower, closer to our body. For 6, we've got 4, little mini hold in the silence, and we're through. For 3, last 2, and 1. Here's our mini hold just for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. All right, ditch those weights. We are all set with them. Let's stretch it out. Awesome job. That was a lot of upper body work. We actually got a lot done. Some of our lower body, all of our plank, and all of our arms. So shake it out. Nice, good stretch. Take that right arm across, and we'll roll through the rest. Stretch right to the top of the arm. And taking it up and over, we're going to grab just below the elbow. Gentle pull, stretching into the triceps. We can come a little closer together, bend into our sides, stretch out through the right side of the body. And step back out, take the left arm across, roll through the wrist, stretch through the top of that arm. Up and over, grabbing just below the elbow, gentle pull for the tricep. Feet a little closer, exhale, bend into our side. Stretch all the way through the left. And we'll take it back out, clasp the fingertips together, open that chest, maybe a little rock side to side. We can stay here or soften farther at the knees, hinge at the hips, arms hang at the shoulders, head and neck hang long. Deep breath here. And release out those arms, take a nice slow roll up, and then once you get up to the top, maybe a little neck roll down and around to both sides. All right, just gonna get ourselves set up to take it through some more lower body here. There we go. Here we are. All right, so we're gonna use our bar, and if we'd like, we're gonna use a band for these leg tracks. So if we have that loop band, we're placing it a couple inches above our knees. So we just don't want it around the kneecaps. We want to make sure there's some space between the kneecaps and where we place that band, just so we're not putting too much pressure there. If we don't have the band, ditch it. Don't worry about it. You'll still get the work. If you have it and you start with it, decide it was a bad idea, you can always take it off. We're going to do a little bit of a combo. Start with glutes and then bring it into some quads. So heels together, toes in the diagonal. Pretend there's a box around our feet. We're going to take our outside toe to the back corner of that box. Now soften down into our standing leg. Light grip on the bar with the inside hand. Outside hand on the waist. Outward rotation from that inner thigh. We're just going to start to lift and lower. We go lift and tap. Start to squeeze right into the back corner of the glutes. 4 more. Feel the length through that leg. Hold the rest of that body nice and strong. Take 2 more here. Last one, hold it at the top. We pulse it out, go pulse. Lift. Teensy tiny movements, that's all we need. We're focusing a lot on that standing leg. So check where our weight is. If we're sinking back into the heel, we're gonna be more likely to sink into our hip. Try to shift the weight to the ball of the foot, double lift, go up, up, hold. 2 squeezes, nothing fancy with our pattern. We're really focusing on our form with these diagonal lifts. We need to be careful we're not turning our leg and our hip inwards towards our bar. Outward rotation. Let's make a little circle size of a dime. Take it around, hold the rest of the body stable. We're here 5, for 6. Exhale to reverse. Zipping all the way up through the inside side of the body. Last 4. All right, flex that foot in the back. We're gonna start to tap it down. And now, so we're going back to that first set, lower, and lift. After this, we're gonna have 2 more sets here. Then we'll switch it up into some quad work. Think about tapping the heels and then bringing it back on the diagonal. Hold it back up and take that pulse. All right, here you go, pulse. Check that rotation. If the toes are pointing downwards, we've lost the rotation. Toes should be out to the side, but we don't want to overcorrect and bring that hip out to the center. Headlights on both hips, pointing straight forward. Double lift. Here we go. 8 of them. We go up, up, hold. 2 squeezes. Keep it there. Soft bend in our standing leg, zipping up all the way through that hip. We go 4 more here. Let's go for 3. Last 2. Last one. All right, we're gonna bring that leg down, bring the heels together. We still have that diamond shaped little triangle with our feet. Lift our heels nice and high. We can keep that band there if we have it. Glue the heels together, drop down into our bend. Outside hand still on our waist, start to pulse. Down, nice and small. All right, bringing it into our quad work here. Let's take this 8 more little pulses. Go for 8, 7, for 6. Again, nothing fancy with our pattern. Focus on our breath. We're taking it all the way through. The knees go back. Little press. So they might be pressing out against that band. Even if that band's not there, feel like we're pressing out against some gravity. Squeeze into the glutes. Feel those inner thighs for 4, 3. Let's add a pulse. We go back and down. 1 shift, 1 drop. We can use our breath. We go inhale, exhale. 4 more. We go for 3. Last 2 and 1. We're gonna hold. Now, outside leg, we're gonna lift it, cross it behind on our inside ankle. Start to pulse. So we're on our single leg, heel is still lifted, back legs crossed behind, lifted off the mat. Really working into the inside leg. We're gonna go down and in, up, lower, lift. We take it down, up, 4 more. We've got 2 sets. We go 4. Here we go. We're gonna hold the bend on the last one, and we're gonna start to drop that heel. Try to keep it on the single leg. We go down and up. So we're pressing through the calves. Check our grip on the bar. We're probably starting to grip onto it, maybe even lean in towards it. Try to lighten our grip, make sure it's the calves doing the work. You can keep it at this tempo. For the challenge, speed it up. Little spring with that heel. It might not even quite touch the ground. Let's count it down. We've just got 8 to finish. We go 8, 7, for 6, last, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, awesome job. All right, shake out those legs. If we can move our bar to the other side, we're gonna do that. Take it through the same pattern. That's gonna finish our glute work up and keep us with our quad work. So, and calf work, really the whole lower body. All right, we're bringing heels together. If you have to turn your back to the camera to get onto the other side, I will talk you through it, but you do wanna make sure you've turned your body around or swung your bar around. Pretend there's that box around our little diamond with our heels together, toes on the diagonal, light grip on our bar, light grip on our waist, and we'll bring that toe to the back corner, start to lift and lower down, softening into our standing leg right away. But as we soften into it, we don't want to sink into it. So zip up, we're lifting and lowering that leg in the back. Second side is always harder, isn't it? All right, hold it at the top and take a pull. Little left, nice and small, core in tight for 5, 6, 8 more. Breathing. It's easy to forget, and it really does help our movement. Helps us get through this. Let's take that double lift. It goes up, up, hold. 2 squeezes, keep it there. We go up, up, hold. Outward rotation. So we don't want that knee turning in. We don't want to overcorrect. Headlights on those hips. Knee pointing to the side. Let's make that little circle. We take it around. Just about the size of a dime with that toe. Hold that center strong, rib cage knit. Just move from that hip. Let's reverse. For 7, for 6, last, 4. Hold the leg. We're gonna flex that foot, start to tap and lift. So we're going back full range. Even without that band there, nice and slow. With that band there, think about fighting against it. 4 more here. Lifting through that standing leg still. Twice more. 2 more sets of glute work here. Let's pulse it out, go pull. Toes out to the side. We're here for 5, 6. Keep that breath going. Check our weight in our standing leg. If it's starting to rock into that heel, bring it back towards the toes. For 6, we have that double lift. It goes up, up, hold. 2 squeezes, keep it there. Keep that up. 8 more here. We go up, up, hold. This is our last bit of glute work. Then we're dropping the leg for quads. We go 4 more here. We go for 3, last 2, last one. All right, here we go. We drop that outside foot, heels together. We're gonna lift those heels nice and high, glue the heels together, drop back down into our bend, start to pulse. Light grip still on that bar, and light grip on that waist. Shoulders back, 4 in. Let's go for 8. Nice high heel touching in the middle. Last 4, 3, hold it at the bottom, knees go back. Little press. Teensy tiny. Now this is where we tend to start to hinge forward. So we wanna, without tucking the tailbone under, feel it drop heavy to the ground. Keep those shoulders stacked. We don't want them coming in front of those hips. Here's our combo. 1 back, 1 down. So it goes knees and drop. We're low enough in our bend. We're working those quads. Working zone here for 4. Feeling those inner thighs do our work as well. Last 2. Last 1. Take a little pause. Outside foot is gonna lift and we're gonna cross it behind the inside leg. So we wanna stay, we should still see that diamond shape, stay low, but we're on that single leg. Back leg is floating off the ground, cross behind the ankle. Here's our pulse, take it down, little drop. If this gets to be too much, especially on our second side, you could bring those heels back together, but we'll wanna free up the inside leg for our heel lifts after this next set. We're just gonna go down and up an inch. Here we go. It goes down and up, lower. This is our last little bit right here. 4 more. We're breathing. We're coming up on 30 seconds and then we're going to get a break. For 3, left, 2. All right, try to hold the bend. We're dropping that heel. It goes down and up. Make sure we're not using that bar to press ourselves up. Lighten our grip. Maybe just the palms or fingertips touching. Make sure it's those calves we're feeling. Twice more. All right, you can keep it at this tempo challenge, speed it up. So almost like that heel is bouncing off, springing off your mat. We're counting it down from 8. Last 8, 7, for 6, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. All right, that's a hard one. Shake out the legs. If you have that band and you want to keep it for our final leg check, we're going to do that. This is where we're going to use that open wall space if we have it. If not, I'm going to show the option in a moment once I get us set up on the wall to use the bar. And again, this could be done with or without a band. Either way, we're going to get that quad work. So if we're using our open wall space, we want our back towards it. And then we're going to walk the feet out, hip width apart, and slide our back and shoulders against that wall. Press them back and then sink down low enough. Maybe walk the feet out a little farther. We want knees right over the heels. Hands can rest on our thighs. We're going to open and close those knees, go out. Now, if we're using a bar, we're going to bring it parallel, same formation, but we're lifting our heels. We're dropping it low. Then all the same movements are going to happen here that we would do against the wall. Start to press a little quicker, a little smaller, out. So make sure if we're using the bar, we're stacked, shoulders over the hips, and we're low in our bend with high heels off the ground. For 4, 3. All right, we're going to take that right heel, start to take it up and down. So you can be dropping and lifting it if you're in that plie with the bar. We go up and down. 4 more. All right, shift the weight all the way to that left leg as we take this last one. Keep the heel lifted. Here's our challenge. Pull the knee up, tap the toe, go up, down. So we're working all on that left leg, right knee pulling in. Doesn't matter if it's the inside or outside leg if you're using the bar. We're going to do both. Just a little tap. All right, we're taking it back from that first set. So both feet down, start to open those knees out and in. So if we're in that plie, high heels, low in our bend. If we're against that wall, pressing our shoulders and hips back, make sure there's a straight line. Need a heel, maybe get a little lower in our bend if we need it. All right, let's speed this up. It goes out, little press, tiny little movement now. For 5, for 6, careful we're not letting those shoulders roll forward, taking them down and back. Left, 4, shift the weight to the right leg. We're gonna take that left heel up and down. We go up and down. It's a press and a drop. Getting ready to lift it off the ground in a moment. So bringing even more weight into the right leg. Now, if these little knee lifts are too much, keep it with the heel presses. You can keep this going. Otherwise, keep it lifted. We're going to bring it off the ground. Just tap the toe. Really make the right side of those quads do the work. We go lift, lower. 4 more. All right, on the last one, we're going to place the ball of the foot on the ground. See if we can bring that right heel up to meet it and start to pulse the knees out. So we have both heels off the ground. Let's maybe take the arms up towards the ears. If you're at the bar and you want to try a little balance, you could take that inside hand as well. Left, 4, 3, 2, take a mini hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. All right, ditch that band if we were using it. We are done with it. We are done with legs. We are done with a lot of our work. We're just going to have abs when we get to the mat. We did so much at the beginning today. Let's stretch it out. I guess if we did press that bar to the side, we might want to grab back onto it. We're going to face our bar, right ankle over the left knee, and take it into that figure 4. And drop the bar. Roll out that ankle. Maybe a little rock through the hips if that feels good. And we'll take that leg up and grab the top of our foot, knees together. Press forward through the hips, open that chest, squeeze into those glutes. And a big step back, feet parallel. So we want a nice straight leg in the back. This is our chance to stretch out those calves, which worked for us today. Press through the back heel, maybe press the palms into our bar if it's not gonna slide away. And then as we exhale, walk the front foot forward. Drop the back knee behind our hip, flatten out that foot. Front knee over the heel, arms to the ears. Take that back, then open the chest. And then right hand on the bar, reach back with our left. So we want to open towards our front leg, rotate through the spine, Press forward through the hips for that hip flexor stretch. And then back center, hips make a straight line over the knee, extend out our front leg from there, flex the foot, hands on the bar to start our hamstring stretch. And then if they're coming down to the mat, we're making sure we haven't lost the flex in our foot. We're not losing that extension at the knee. One more deep breath here. And then we'll pull the front foot in. Back one comes in to meet it. We'll roll up nice and slow. Shoulders back, left. We'll switch sides. So left ankle over the right knee. Hinge off that bar. Maybe a little roll through the ankle. Maybe a little rock through the hips. Leg comes up and around. We grab the top of our foot. Knees nice and close together. Squeeze into the glutes. Press forwards through the hips. And a big step back. Feet parallel. Drive out through that back heel. Maybe press the palms in towards that bar. Deep breath in as we exhale. When you're ready, slide that front foot forward. Drop the back knee behind us. Flatten out that foot. Front knee over the heel. Arms to the ears. Take that back bend. Open the chest. And then left hand on the bar. Reach back with the right arm. Nice good twist through our spine. And as we press forward, left side of the hip flexors. Back center, hands on the bar to start. Shift back, straight line, hip to knee in the back. Extend our front leg out, flex the foot, and we hinge into the stretch. Again, hands could come down to the mat, but keeping a straight leg, flex foot regardless. We're gonna stay down here. So final little push. We finally get to pull our camera forward a little bit. All right, we don't need the bar. We're gonna pull the front foot in to meet the back. So we're in tabletop. You can take a little sway into your back if you'd like. A little rock side to side, maybe reverse it. All right, we're gonna just drop our hips, grab our ball or pillow, swing our legs around. We got all our plank work done early, so all we have is our last two abstracts. It's gonna make the end go quick. So tuck that ball or pillow at the very lowest point we can find by our tailbone. We're gonna take those arms, extend them out, roll our shoulders right back, and hinge down into our bend. We're gonna start to drop an inch, go down and up. Right away, feel that scoop to our center. Navel pulling in and up. If we need a little guidance, hands come gently under the thighs. Careful the shoulders didn't go with it. Twice more, speed it up into a pulse. All right, we're not gonna be here with the ball for too long. Make sure we're not bouncing off of it, especially if it's a ball. We need to control that movement. Little lift and lower. For 6, little exhales as we drop. Feel the navel pull to the spine. Hold it at the bottom. Left arm reaches wide. For 2, come back center. Now right hand could stay under the thigh or on that knee. Otherwise, it's floating. We're twisting open. See if we can tap the back corner. Last one, we're gonna hold it there, and we're gonna take the arms up and down. Now try to get that right arm in front of the leg. Lift, twist deeper. We could just be taking that back arm. Lift, twist deeper. 4 more here. We go for 3. Last one is gonna land in the center. Take it back down an inch. Here we go, down. Back to that first set. All right, ready? We wanna reset, open the chest, and see if we need a little support. Hands could come under the thighs. 4 more here. Last one. Speed it to our pulse. Here we go, go down. Little drop, coming up on our final push. I'm gonna turn around so I don't hit the wall. You can stay right where you are. Let's take 8 more here. Go 8, 7. We're not bouncing off the ball. We're controlling it, holding it at the bottom. Right arm starts to open. It goes open to the back corner. Now left hand could be on that knee or thigh, or it's floating for the challenge. We want to feel that energy pull through the fingertips. We're holding it there on this last one. Arms are going up with the twist. So we go up and twist. See if we can get the left arm now in front of that right leg, or it could be stable and just moving that right arm. Either way, we want to go deeper into our twist on the way out. Last one, come back center. Maybe float the arms up and pull. Back to those pulses for 1 more set, then a hold. We're here for 5. Hands don't have to be up by the ears. That's a little bit of a challenge. They could be back at shoulder height or under those thighs. If we need an extra challenge, behind the head for our hold. Here we go. Bring it to our lowest point. So find that positioning with the arms where we feel challenged, but we can keep an open chest, core in tight. Count down 8. Maybe sink it 1 inch lower. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Take it up. ball comes out, place it to the side, and we are gonna lie all the way down. Nice traditional final ab track on the mat. We are gonna bring it down here and right away feel that belly pull into the spine and feel that spine press in towards the mat. Now, hands are gonna go behind the head. You can start with them down on the mat, or for the challenge, we're gonna lift them up, but we wanna widen out the elbows, lift the chin, bring both legs up to tabletop. Right toe is going to tap and lift. So we're gonna go through a pattern, all on the right side to start, then we'll take it through on the left. So we're reaching long, make sure we're stepping over a puddle, reach to the long edge of our mat. Same leg, same movement, but extend it. So on the way out, we get it a little lower and we straighten through the leg, go out. Press the back farther into the mat as that leg moves away. We're here for 3. On the last one, hold the leg out there. We have 2 counts to lift it up and down. Straight leg, go up for 2 and down for 2. So again, shoulders could be on or off the mat, hands behind the head, either way. So we're ready in a moment when we want to move through the upper body. One more here. Take that leg down into a little pulse. We pulse the leg, nice and small, working into the lower abs on this right side for 6. All right, we're about to all lift our shoulders. Our modification on this next set would be to gently drop this right foot. Challenge, keep it in the hover. We're gonna lift our shoulders, twist. Right elbow comes across to that left knee, and we're gonna keep the shoulders in the hover. Try not to let them hit the ground on this set today. 4 more. We're here for 3. Now on the last one, hold that twist. Elbow to the knee, lift that bottom leg and pull. If we drop that bottom leg, try lifting it back up. So we're holding our rotation, elbow to knee, then pulsing that right leg. Little challenge for 6. Last 4. Let's go right into cycles from here. Last set to finish this side. We twist it out. So commodify. We just bring those legs in and out, but we can drop our shoulder center. 8 more times like this. We go for 8, 7, 6. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back center. Let's take a moment to reset. Take that lower back, press it into the mat. Shoulders, if they're lifted, let's widen out the elbows. Lift that chin up off the neck. To modify, drop the shoulders. Here we go. Left toe is gonna tap. Reach, lift, tap. So we're reaching long. What we don't wanna do is hinge from the kneecap, instead from the hip. Step over that puddle. Twice more here. All right, same left leg, but we take it to that extension. Long and low. Shoot energy to the toes. We take it out and in. 4 more times like this. Press that back down. We're here for 3. This pattern is going to take us through to the end. Hold it out there. We bring the leg up for 2. It goes up for 2. Down, nice and low. Maybe even a little lower than where we started with it. Down for 2. Keep the energy through this top right knee. It's pulling towards the chest. 1 more here. Hold the leg at the bottom for a pulse. We pulse it out, working into the lower abs. Now on that left side, so energy through the bottom toes. Top knee pulling in the opposite direction for 7, 6. All right, our modification for this next set would be to gently drop this foot. All gonna lift our shoulders and twist. Left elbow comes across to the right knee. Try to keep the shoulders in the hover, even on the way back center. 4 more. For the challenge, here we go. We're gonna hold the twist. Glue that elbow to the knee. If we drop that bottom leg, lift it up for our pulse. So we're holding our twist. If this is too much, we just drop our shoulders, take the twist out of it. Otherwise, we're feeling those obliques. Make sure we're breathing. We're just about there for 5, 6. Take it to those bicycles. We twist it out. Top knee in tight, bottom leg low. Shoulders could be twisting or stable on the mat. 8 more. We go for 8. We're here for 6. All right, keep this going. If we need a challenge, next progression with the twist would be straight scissor kick. So straight legs, still taking that twist. We're here for 5, for 6, 8 more times here. So we've got a few options. We can be in scissors, we could be in bicycle, or shoulders could be down. All right, let's come back center. Take those legs down on our diagonal. So that's just the lowest point where we feel that challenge to the core, but where you have the back attached to the mat. Now shoulders could be down. We're holding to the end, or we could peel them up. Maybe drop the legs 1 more inch. Hold 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Bring the legs down, bring the arms overhead, pull the body tight like a rope. We haven't made it all the way through. Awesome job. The end goes fast when we've already done our plank work. We're just gonna stretch it out, let the lower back rest into the mat, left foot on the mat, and we'll take that right leg up. Now, if you have a band or a towel, you could place it right under the arch of that foot, or hands just go gently below the knee, behind the thigh. Start to slow, deepen that breath. As we exhale, gently take the leg over our center line a couple inches. Keep that hip grounded. Press through the heel. Another deep breath in. Exhale, we'll take that leg out to the right. So maybe we're pulling it up towards the shoulder, or to feel inner thighs, we just go a couple inches farther out to the side. Very gentle, and if we're feeling pain at any point, that means we've gone too far. We want to release out of our stretch a little bit. Back center, point through the toe, extend out that bottom leg. And we can stay here. If we're lifting our chest, it's very gentle again, just for that little extra push for the hamstrings if we need it. We'll release our foot from the band or towel, or just bend right at the knee. Let it fall over our center line and look back over the right shoulder. Twisting through the spine. Deep breath in and out. Feel the lower back release. And then we'll come back center. Right foot down. Band our towel under the arch of the left. Press that heel to the ceiling. And that positioning where we can straighten the leg as much as possible. With our band, hands are just below the knee. Keep that hip grounded. Try to keep that leg nice and straight. Deep breath in. Exhale, we go about an inch or two over our center line. Press through the heel. Stretch all the way up to the side of our leg again. Another deep breath in. Exhale, we go out to the left. Scoop up to the shoulder. Or to feel the inner thighs, we gently take it just a couple inches farther to the side. Back center, we can point that toe, take that bottom leg extended. And again, this is usually enough, but if we need one last little push, we could gently lift the chest towards that leg. Full inhale as we exhale, release our foot. You can ditch the band or towel if we were using one and let that knee fall back over our center line, and then look back over the left shoulder. Deep breath here, feel that release in the lower back. Stretch through the spine. And then back center. If there's anything else you'd like to stretch out, you have a moment here. You can grab the heels, little happy baby. That'll be a little bit more of an inner thigh stretch. Or you could take it into another figure four, stretch a little deeper into our hips. Anything else that might feel good to finish. And then when you're ready, we'll find a nice comfortable position for our short cool down. So feet can come hip width apart. You can let the knees rest together. If you want to release the hip flexors, soles of the feet can connect. Let the knees rest to the sides. Or you can just straighten everything out. Arms by your side, legs extended. As long as we feel comfortable, like we can settle in, close our eyes. Start to shift our attention away from any racing thoughts. Let's center ourselves, free our body of any lingering tension or stress through the muscles, any negative or anxious energy in our minds. Let any racing thoughts pass. Try to bring our attention to feeling that belly rise as we inhale. Fill the lungs to the top. Refueling all the muscles we just worked as we do that. And as we exhale, reverse it. Belly falls. We let all the air go out through the mouth. And every exhale is a good chance to make sure we're really releasing through the body, letting our weight sink into the ground. Maybe do a quick little body scan, starting on the toes and fingertips. Making sure each little muscle is relaxed up to the legs and arms. Lower back resting into the ground. Still taking those deep breaths, belly rising and falling. And then paying a little extra attention to that upper body, shoulders, neck, even up in the forehead around your eyes. We're often holding tension up here without even realizing it. Perhaps unclenching our jaw if we need to, letting our tongue drop from the roof of our mouth. We're just going to take 1 or 2 last deep breaths. Taking that moment to thank our bodies for all the hard work they put in. For this last hour, being grateful to ourselves for carving this time out of our day. To de-stress, most importantly, taking care of both our bodies and our minds. And then as we take our next exhale, we're going to slowly, gently start to wake the body back up. So we can start small. Little wiggle in the fingertips and toes. Maybe a little roll in the wrists and ankles. And then gently taking one knee at a time towards the chest, giving them a little hug, maybe a little side to side. And then knees can fall to the front. Take a quick pause to use that top hand, pressing up to a seated position. And then together, sitting tall, we'll finish with our 2 last deep breaths. Taking those arms up overhead, inhale, exhale out. And one more time, deep breath in. Hands will float down through heart center here. And then exhale. Release it out. And you guys are all set. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to everybody who did this recording. I hope you guys all had a wonderful class.